What's up, guys? So I decided to do a complete speedrun of Surgeon Simulator 2013. Took me around 11 something. You can see the videos gonna be about 12 minutes long. So yeah, I got someone told me they wanted me to do more commentaries on Surgeon Simulator. Said I'd do a complete speedrun. I don't think anybody's done it yet. I haven't really checked online, but I haven't seen any on YouTube complete speedrun. So I decided to do one. So I started off the game and did it until I started up the first surgery, and I went through all of them, including the space surgery. So that one's there too. So I started off, used the hammer, break all the ribs for the heart surgery. I looked like Helen Keller when I did it. It wasn't a great, it wasn't the greatest. As you can see, there's a guy on YouTube right now. He has the record for the fastest heart transplant. I believe it took him 18 seconds. Really good job. He flicked the hammer, and the whole rib cage just popped off. Like there was nothing to it. So in this case, it didn't happen for me, and I also didn't have a lot of fun trying to get that heart cut. I took the heart out. Usually you can do it without taking the heart out. He did it without taking the heart out as well. He or she, I'm not sure. I won't discriminate here. But if you don't take the heart out and there's a bunch of ribs in there, it's gonna be a lot harder to do. So now we're on to the kidney transplant. This one was, I think it was a bit quicker. I'm not sure. Anyway, so all you gotta do, you don't need to break any ribs in this one. Just grab the scalpel and cut the 4 parts. There's one right in here where you can see. That one's on the small intestine, I believe. There's one down here, yeah, you just saw me cut. 2 I think I just cut down there. There's 3, 2 on the left, 1 in the middle, and 1 on the right. So I didn't cut the top one yet, so poke in there and cut the top one, and all the intestines fall out. I reached over and cut out the stomach, try and speed it up a little bit, cut out the stomach at the same time, cut the kidneys at the same time as well. Gets a bit tough because you can't really see where you're at, but I did it. This one's a bit harder than the ambulance one, actually, and you'll see the ambulance one went a bit more smoothly for me. And the reason for that is the fact that you can't actually get the kidneys out very well. It's so hard to get that left kidney out. The right kidney comes right out, but that fucking green shit, I don't know, I think it's connected to the liver. I guess it's the bile ducts, but anyway, I did biology, so I think it is the bile ducts. The point is, that shit is fucking annoying. You can't get it out. But I managed to push it up instead, and then you just take the kidneys. I'm not sure if you need to put the right one in the right spot or not. From my memory, I've always put them in the right spots, and if they've worked. I've tried to put them in the wrong way, and I'm not sure if they worked or not. So, I don't know. I would imagine you can do it either way, but this is how I did it, so that's fine too, right? So then, after what seemed like hours of trying to push that kidney into the proper position, it finally worked, so that was lovely. I had a bit of trouble with the heart in the next one, but in the heart ambulance, but we'll see that. You'll see that when the time comes. So I finally finished that one, so that one was great. Got it done, A++. I wasn't really going for a certain, a certain score. I was just trying to actually finish the game as fast as possible. This one is not as smoothly as I usually is. The other videos you see me doing it in 11 seconds as an A++ rating. I didn't really fuck around trying to do that here, because I usually do like 170 takes before I actually get a good one. So I just keep recording and keep doing them. So smash the skull, cut the brain, stick it in. Pretty straightforward, right? I didn't get an A++, but I got an A. Good enough. As long as I passed it. I didn't fail any of these, which is good. Some of them, especially, I got really nervous when I started doing the ambulance, because you're sitting there, I'm sitting there, you're not. I'm doing the surgery, and I realized that if anything goes flying out the window, then I have to retry, and that's not cool. I don't like having to retry shit. I want to actually do it in one go. So I didn't have any deaths in this case, or any fuck-ups that I needed to retry with. So I did the exact same thing as I did in the other one. Just grab the hammer, break apart the ribs, pull out the lungs, and then cut the heart. So once again, I didn't have as much trouble with this one, and then you can see the blood didn't go all fucked up and glitchy when I did this time. But the problem was, I could get the heart out, but when I put the other heart back in, it just wouldn't work. think you also need to grab the heart with your full hand when you pick it up. It's hard to do with just your with your index finger. So I tossed it around a couple times and it wouldn't go in. So then I said, maybe I'll try and cut the esophagus and then come back to it, see if the esophagus makes a difference. But by the time I actually went over and tried to get the esophagus cut, after 20 seconds or more of trying to get the heart in, I went over to actually pick up the scalpel to do it, and I don't know, the ambulance jumped and the heart just worked. So, hooray, we did it. So, on to kidney. Kidney's pretty straightforward because you already saw me do it. You already saw me do the other two as well. But anyway, did the exact same thing. Just grab the scalpel. I'm not really sure if it matters. It almost seems like sometimes it does matter which one you use. If you actually get the Britannica discs out, I think it's Britannia or Britannica, one of it. If you pop those discs in the computer, they show you which tools to use, but they don't actually. You don't actually need to use them. But I'm not sure if they work a bit better or not. I use it anyway. This is the, I don't know, it's called like the gut scalpel or something. So I use that. Why not? It works. It cuts pretty good. So once again, I just cut all those intestines out, cut the 2 kidneys out, and then you just have to pop back at the other kidneys. This one, like I said, the ambulance is a bit easier, and the reason is because the ambulance goes over bumps and pops the kidneys out for you. It makes it a lot easier than having to reach in and try and pull those bastards out. So once you actually grab the kidneys, the ambulance pushes the one on the left that's really hard to get out. Pushes that out. Usually, anyway. It did for me mostly. Roll down there. So it's easy to grab now. So grab that and throw it out. Luckily, nothing happened to my kidneys in the kidney container. I don't know what the fuck you call that. Luckily, nothing happened to those. So I just was able to just grab them and throw them in. Sometimes I've played where the kidneys have just decided to jump across the ambulance and get lost. That sucks, but it only takes like a minute to do it anyway, so it's not like it's the end of the world if it happens. But for this particular speedrun, I didn't want it to happen. So I could have used the hammer in this one, but I enjoy using the fire extinguisher. It's a lot more fun. And when you hit the head, it hardly takes off any health for some reason. Hardly lose any blood from it. So that's what I did. Then, just like the other one, you just grab the scalpel, reach over and give it a pop. And it came off nicely, this one. This one did. Push that away, pick up the brain, throw it in. No big deal. Easy as pie. Actually, I kind of had a bit of trouble. I didn't want to just lay it in, because if I laid it in and it didn't go in, it would have just popped out and left the ambulance. And, I don't think surgeons really like it that much when your brain hits the floor when they're trying to replace it. And I also fucked this up because I pushed my certificate away and the disc went with it. So I just reset the reception real quick. It should be easy. I wouldn't say easy because most people don't actually try and do really well in this game. They just do it probably and play the game for like a few hours and then they're done with it. But anyway, it shouldn't be too hard for someone to beat this score. I only did one take to try and do it. So you guys, if anybody watching is ambitious, you can go ahead and try and beat my score. That would be cool. I'd like to see someone else do better than this. I think the score you had to beat is like, like I said, about 11.5 minutes or so. So we'll see. I'm gonna at the end of the video, when I'm rendering it, I'll check to see how long the time is, so I can put it in the title, let you guys know what the time is that you have to beat if you want to do it yourself. I'll do the timer from the as soon as I start the heart transplant, the first one. I'll start the timer then, and it'll end when I successfully complete the space surgery. So I threw the scalpel and the heart into the heart box because then it won't float away into space, because you do not want your heart floating away into space. But anyway, so I tried to grab the hammer. The hammer kind of disappeared. I don't know. It must be like a black hole at the top of this fucking space station, space shuttle thing, because nothing comes back after it goes up there. So I use this thing instead, not really paying attention to Bob's ribs. Who cares? Whatever, Bob. You don't really need your lungs or your ribs or anything. I'm just kind of just flooring it in there. It actually kind of works better than the hammer, I think. I don't think I lost as much blood doing this as I did when I used the hammer. But regardless, it wasn't too hard for me to get this part done, so sawed that fucker up, threw away his ribs, ripped out his heart, just like Bob's ex-wife. Get him to tell you that story sometime. It's a good story. Isn't that right, Bob? No. Maybe Bob doesn't like talking about his ex-wife. Anyway, so then you just gotta grab your scalpel again. That didn't work out so well, so I grabbed the other one. Luckily, there's a few floating around. Not the end of the world if one doesn't work, if one gets away on you. So just give that fucker a poke. That one came out extremely easy, and luckily for the fact that we have no gravity, it just floated away. I didn't even have to rip it out. Just as good as the ambulance, really. I think they should put more surgeries, or more space surgeries in like DLC or something. So that's the end of it. As I mentioned about DLC, I actually heard from one of the creators of the game that they were going to have DLC, so stay tuned for that. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.